Good morning, retail traders. Please, this is a sneaky snake trading strategy. Subscribe, ring that bell, and if you like this video, hit that like button. Where we're going to talk about the pre-market report and the indices and what happened yesterday. We had a real big move yesterday. We run up and hit that 200 that I talked about in the last video, and we surpassed a lot of others. I think I was using the 30-minute time frame when I was talking about that, and we definitely broke that 200. We hit it pre-market, and then we broke it. After we broke it, we created a new high right into close, and now she's pulled back to the 51 on that 30-minute time frame. And I think all the reasons for the big move is things that came out of Kremlin. Again, they are open for negotiations, which is hogwash. Nobody should be able to negotiate with them right now. But that's what they're saying. And hot CPI data, which is worse than expected. Everybody had hopes that it would be better, and it wasn't. But I think it was the Kremlin news. That's what I've been saying for the last couple of months. Once Putin is settled, or this war in Ukraine settled, the market's going to have a real nice, huge rebound. And the buys that were coming in yesterday were just incredible. It was a great trend to follow, and I was trading it, scalping it off the 1 minute time frame. Bounced up a couple times off my 51 right in here, off the 65 and the 51, and I took advantage of that. I ran it from the morning, hit that 200, and then it retraced back and it ran all the way up. All them buys started coming in, just went nuts. So there's definitely people interested. Are we at the bottom? I've been kind of saying that we've been hovering around that 52-week June low. And again, we broke it again yesterday. And we had that knife opportunity. I just love that knife opportunity. If you go back, I might put the link of my seminar that I did about knives. I'm always trying to catch knives, so I've been at that practice for a very long time. So today on the SPY, I think it can pull back to this support level right here, right around 360.97. That's what I'm seeing. I hope I'm believing, but yeah, 360.97. If that holds, we'll start a new channel, get back up there, and break that 362 area. And your next resistance is going to be right up in here. So if we break the 365.16 today and stay above it, that'll be positive for the market. And then your resistance to break today is going to be this 369. I'll adjust it to 368.95. If we go lower than that 360.97 at open, we'll pull up a different time frame here. Pull up the 5 minute, 5 day. We could see this here this shoulder line of this here head and shoulders of this dip. And that's going to be right around the 356.19 area. It is Friday, so I don't expect to see a big move today. Kind of consolidate, maybe pull back into this channel of support above 360.97 and at 362.68. And that's going to be my pivot point for today. Between 369.97 for sure and 362.68 inside of that channel. If we stay in there and bounce back up, then the hard resistance will be 368.95. And that's the SPY. The most asked question I think today is going to be, are we hit the bottom? Is this it? Is this it? And I've been saying the June lows. We've been hovering around the June lows, and so far so good. SPX. I like to predict where this thing's going to fall back to. I think we'll definitely hold support today at open, maybe right around the 36.39 area. If we hold that, 36.39, we bounce up, that'll be great. I'm going to turn that into a red line so I can remember it. And the low support is definitely going to be the 200 SMA, but let's go ahead and check it to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, that's definitely a good spot right here, that red line that I mentioned. And then the low support down here at 36.03 72. Let's clear this up. I'm going to re-clear this up. Get a better look at it. Yeah, on the 1 hour time frame, we could hold this here 51 and 65. If that doesn't hold, then we'll definitely drop down to this lower support right around the 3610 area. And I'm thinking that's going to be your channel of support right there, your first one, and then your second one's going to be right in here. So that channel of 3631 to 3653. The resistance to break on the hour time frame at 3676, maybe 3679, and then run it up to that 3732 at the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. The next one we're going to look at is the IWM. I'm clearing the chart up. We pulled back on the 1 hour time frame here at the 200 SMA. I use this as a pivot point. If that doesn't hold, which I think is a pretty good support actually right there at 170.61. If that doesn't hold, it could drop down here to the lower support, somewhere right around 167.53 to hold. I would want that to hold today, and then run it back up to that 170.61, and maybe get it back up here to 173.21 to break to the 20-day resistance at a triple top at 176.02. Low support, again, 167.53. QQQ. Yep. QQQ. We got that 200 SMA at 271.89 to break. That's the 200 SMA, and it's at a pretty good spot. I'd call that a pivot point on the day, on the 20-day 1 hour chart, with a lower support to hold. And we're pretty much right there at 265.85, with the bottom line at 262.42. Again, resistance to break 271.95 to a higher level of right around the 275 area. If you want to go back and watch this Tesla video, I was nailed that Tesla support. I had a 207, 206 down here, and that's the year low. If you pull up the yearly chart, we're spot on that pullback yesterday. 207.83 is what I had. We hit 206.02, created a little new low, and then she bounced all the way back up to that 222 area. So that was a good video that I put out, and we're going to go ahead and pull this up to the 20-day 1 hour time frame. Resistance to break, I think we're going to stay in that channel right around the 223.37 area. Now we do have earnings coming out next week, so that'd be something to watch. I think we could have an earnings play on this, but Elon's getting harassed pretty big time. So it's going to be a hard resistance to break at 223.37. I want to keep the support going here at 214.17. And that'll be the shoulder line of this here inverted head and shoulders. So we pull back there, it can run back up from the 214 spot all the way to the 223. Now I really got into an interesting trade yesterday. Got a little spooked. One of them I wish I would have held. I got into the TQQQ. I mean, this thing was amazing. It was just amazing. Got in at 13 cents right at the bottom, first thing in the morning. I run it up for about 5 cents and got out of the trade, about 6 cents. And got out of the trade. or 0.006, and it went up to 0.21, and then it ran like 189, a little bit higher than that. So that would have been a very good payoff if I would have held that TQQQ. And I mentioned it in the video, said I was going to be watching it and trading it, and bam. So when the market's positive, this stock's positive. It's one to look at. The SQQ, when the market's positive, this thing pulls back. And I've also pointed out the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame on this one. And we nailed that one right. Almost hit that 200 double bottom right here. That's where we are right now. So if we have a good market, this thing can go down. If we have a negative market, we can run this thing back up to resistance at 63.67. But I do have a red line resistance here that we want to look at, and that's going to be at 62.08. So that's going to be hard to break, and if that breaks, boing, keep a good eye on SQQQ. And I think that'll be it for today. Chips are down ever since Biden gave a speech about IWM and the chip factory and all that investment and stuff. So I'll be watching chips. Oil's doing well. Healthcare. Everybody have a great day. Retail traders, hit that like button.